Good evening and welcome to News Center. I'm Chad Hedrick.
And I'm Jacob Miller. This is your news for March 26, 2015.
A Morehead State University student died over spring break. Sophomore Morgan Lira, 20, was bicycling through the Louisville area on the evening of March 8th when she was struck by a car. Lira sustained major spinal and brain injuries. After 8 days in a medically induced coma, Lira was unresponsive. On Monday, March 16th, Lira died at the University of Louisville Hospital. She was originally from San Jose, California, and came to MSU on athletic scholarship. She dropped her athletic career and joined the National Guard Military Police Unit while continuing her education at MSU. Lira's memorial service was held March 20th in Louisville, and although she has passed on, her hospital debt still lingers. Her parents have started a health donor page to help pay the bills. It has raised over $55,000 with 47 days left in the funding. Lira's family is asking for any help that people are willing to give. Kentucky drivers will not be getting a tax break at the gas pump on April 1st. State lawmakers agreed to halt a scheduled 5.1 cents per gallon decrease in the state gas tax because it would have meant a $150 million cut to the state's road fund on top of a $129 million cut from a similar decline back in January. Kentucky's gas is tied to the wholesale price of fuel. The current tax is 26.2 cents per gallon. It had been scheduled to fall to 22.1 cents per gallon on April 1st. Instead, lawmakers agreed to drop it to 26 cents per gallon and freeze it so it can never fall below that. State transportation officials warned the road fund would run out of money by 2016 if lawmakers did not freeze the tax. The NCAA has awarded Morehead State University $300,000 for its third year of the Accelerating Academic Success Program grant. MSU was originally scheduled to receive only $120,000, but a recent decision pushed the department to fully funded level for the 2015-2016 year. In 2013, MSU was one of 6 institutions selected for a 3-year pilot program aimed to increase student-athlete academic performance. The department received a total of $360,000 for 2013 through 2015. As part of the initial grant, Morehead State added a full-time academic learning coordinator. The money has also helped maintain the Eagle Center. The additional funding this year will allow the department to increase its current academic initiatives. The grant will allow MSU to increase its summer school budget, 5th-year student-athlete aid, increase the Student-Athlete Advisory Committee budget, and provide and purchase tutoring supplies. MSU has won the Ohio Valley Conference's Institutional Academic Achievement Award 7 of the past 10 years and a league best 12 times overall. Morehead State student-athletes recorded a 3.19 cumulative GPA during the fall semester. Eastern Kentucky was hit hard by snow, wind, and bitter cold temperatures last week that led many school systems in Kentucky, including Morehead State, to close for the entire week. Snowpocalypse, Snowmageddon, the storm of the season. These were just some of the phrases used to describe the epic winter storm that hit Morehead and pummeled the entire state of Kentucky, causing schools and many businesses, such as Wendy's, to close down during the week of February 16th. The first round of winter weather hit early Monday morning, dumping a good 7 to 8 inches of the white stuff on Flemingsburg Road. This massive system covered the entire state in white for many hours, as seen here on WKYT's First Alert Defender radar, and led the National Weather Service to issue winter storm warnings for the entire state. On Tuesday, road conditions weren't any better and caused snow day number 2 for the week. Late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning brought another 2 to 4 inches into town and caused cabin fever to really sink in. Record cold temperatures in the low single digits and below zero in some spots forecasted for Thursday and Friday led campus officials to go ahead and cancel class for the week late Wednesday afternoon. But Mother Nature wasn't done with us yet and slammed the state with snow, ice, and rain late Friday night into Saturday morning, making last week a time that will forever be frozen in our memory. Now, the snowstorm did cause police in Harlan City, Kentucky to literally issue an arrest warrant for Queen Elsa of Arendelle, warning that she was dangerous and to not apprehend her alone. There she is. News Center reached out to Elsa for comment, to which she responded, "Let it go." But on a serious note, the storm and cold has caused flooding and waterline issues all across the state. But those high water areas are subsiding, and the number of leaks are decreasing in number tonight.
The Craft Academy is going to be one of the best high schools in the country. And that's important not only for the students in it, but it's important for the state to stand out like this.
Modeled after a Gatton Academy on the campus of Western Kentucky University, Morehead State will be opening the Craft Academy for Excellence in Science and Mathematics in August of 2015. Craft Academy will be a boarding school type of environment for high school juniors and seniors who will be taking college-level courses in science and math on Morehead's campus.
You know, we have a model to go by in the Gatton Academy in Western Kentucky. It has been picked as the top high school in the nation for 2 or 3 years in a row. And I expect the Craft Academy to do exactly the same thing.
I promise you that the Craft Academy will be the premier program in Kentucky that makes a difference upon Kentucky.
60 high school juniors will be coming to campus in August, which will mark the official opening of Craft Academy. Students attending Craft Academy have the potential to receive up to 60 hours of college credit by the time they graduate from the institution, with the first class set to graduate in 2017. Tensions were high both outside and inside the Rowan County Courthouse Tuesday morning when Kim Davis denied marriage licenses to 2 couples just hours after the U.S. Supreme Court denied her appeal. Both supporters and protesters alike filled the front lawn of the courthouse and the waiting area in Davis's office to see what would transpire. Kim Davis walked right through the front door of the courthouse this morning around 7. Our camera was the only one rolling and caught this quick exchange.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
It is. Anything you want to say before it all starts?
God's good.
Shortly after Davis arrived this morning, protesters and supporters started filling in the front lawn of the courthouse with signs, chants,
"Hey, hey, ho, ho, Kim Davis has got to go,"
and prayer.
Father, God, and there is one God, a Father in the county attorney's office.
Just after the office opened at 8 o'clock, one same-sex couple walked in asking for a license and were denied. They left peacefully, but the second couple that was denied didn't go down without a fight.
This is not a house of God.
You're not clergy, you're clerk.
If what you are,
Somebody call them.
David, listen
I'm
to
beyond
me.
listening to you. This is
David,
ridiculous.
Please, I'm not
Do your
screaming
job.
at you. Please, just listen to me.
I don't care how polite you are.
We've heard
or what
you.
you
We've
feel.
heard
I know you don't care.
You're not. This is not
Listen,
polite.
This is,
I would never
this is
do
what
this
I
to
wanted
someone.
to
What
ask.
you're doing to us, I would never do to someone.
You believe
You do not
passionately in
understand what you're
believe,
doing to
as
people.
I do.
For David Moore and his partner David Ermold, enough was enough.
You know, when I talk to people, I try to get a sense of what they think and feel, and I have no idea what she's thinking. I don't know if she's doing this based on her own opinions anymore or based on what her lawyers are telling her. I have no idea. I wish I knew, because I feel like she's intentionally and maliciously harming people at this point.
Supporters and protesters all had a thing or two to say about what had been playing out.
I'm mortified. I'm so embarrassed right now that those are the people that are being shown as representations of our county, because I know us better. We are so much better than this.
It's about religious freedom. It's not about trying to deprive anybody of anything. It's not about hate. It's about religious freedom. And Kim Davis, just like any other elected official, has the right, according to the First Amendment and according to the Religious Freedom Restoration Act of 2013, passed in the state of Kentucky, they have the right to be governed by conviction.
Now an attorney representing couples in a lawsuit against Davis has asked a judge to hold Davis in contempt. A hearing has been set for Thursday at 11 a.m. in Ashland. Outside the Rowan County Courthouse, I'm Chad Hedrick. Just minutes before the Rowan County Courthouse opened on Monday morning, Clerk Kim Davis stepped outside the front entrance and made a statement saying that her office would be issuing marriage licenses today against her authority, and that these licenses would not have her name on them. It was Kim Davis's first day back to work since being released from prison last Tuesday. And while most people start their Mondays with a cup of coffee, she started hers by talking to the press.
Any marriage license issued by my office will not be issued or authorized by me. I want the whole world to know, be no mistake about it, that if my deputy clerks who do not have my authorization or the authority, they don't have my authority to issue any license whatsoever. I love my deputy clerks, and I hate that they have been caught in the middle. If any of them feels that they must issue an unauthorized license to avoid being thrown in jail, I understand their tough choice, and I will take no action against them.
After Davis walked back into her office, the Rowan County Rights Coalition had a few words to say of their own.
It is a criminal action by all rights, and it should be treated as such. They see it as an attack on their religious freedom, when in reality, our LGBT community has suffered persecution.
Inside Davis's office, Deputy Clerk Brian Mason was the only one issuing marriage licenses. One Kim Davis supporter had something to say to him about it.
And I'd like to say, sir, it is a shame that you are breaking Kentucky law. It's a shame.
What we just witnessed today was a crime against Kentucky law. A deputy who has been issuing the licenses while Kim was in jail just issued another license, which is against Kentucky law. A crime was committed, and he's the one who should be in jail, not Kim Davis.
Around 10:30, a same-sex couple arrived at the courthouse and were issued a license, something they never thought would happen when they met 23 years ago.
I've never felt, honestly, before being involved with this process, more welcome here in my hometown. I mean, and it's incredible. It's surreal. It's, I mean, a little miraculous, not to overstate it, but it really is.
The license Carmen and Sharon Wampler Collins were issued had been altered and did not include Davis's name on it. Her name had been replaced by the phrase "pursuant to federal court order." Now, there has been a strong police presence outside the courthouse today just to make sure things don't get out of hand. There have been some verbal altercations, but nothing has turned violent. Outside the Rowan County Courthouse, I'm Chad Hedrick. Planning out your next 24 hours, though. Tonight, about 8 o'clock, 70 degrees as the parade is wrapping up, 65 for our 11 o'clock hour. But pay attention to noon. We'll be about in the mid-70s, but some rain showers are going to start on the increase coming from the west, and then those will actually maybe bring in some rumbles of thunder around this time tomorrow. But around 8 o'clock tomorrow night, those showers will start moving east and should be a good night for your Friday. Current temperatures across the entire Commonwealth: Lexington 79, Louisville 82. Going further east, Ashland 79, again Moorhead 79, low 80s, just depends where you are in town. London 81, and Somerset checking in at 79. As we take a look at First Alert Defender radar courtesy of WKYT, again we see a little bit of shower activity in Indiana that's going to move towards the east and affect the Covington and Cincinnati area. Again, here we are, not going to have any effect on us whatsoever. I want to start going bit by bit on the issues page of mattbevin.com.
Okay.
Like I said, there's a whole page about issues and topics in Kentucky that the campaign feels needs addressed or revised.
Mm-hmm.
I first want to start with the size of the government. On the website it says, quote, "Our nation was founded on a bedrock of individual liberty, limited government, and constitutional principles.
Mm-hmm.
Blow to government is not unique to the federal level. We need to shrink the size of government at the state level in Kentucky through efforts that remove redundancy and waste in every department. As governor, Matt will dedicate one senior member of his staff whose sole job will be to find and eliminate waste and improve efficiencies in state government. Our plan will cut the governor's administrative staff by at least 20% compared to the current administration, improving efficiency and accountability, just as Janine and I have done in the private sector. This will be the model for every other department in state government to emulate." A lot of people are here will read that or see that, and they'll hear that part where it says, "We'll cut the governor's administrative staff by at least 20%, and they'll think they want to cut jobs. Is that the case with that?
Well, in a way it is.
Now, you have mentioned the redundancies. Are there certain positions or titles that you feel that the campaign feels aren't really necessary?
I don't know that Matt has looked that specifically at it at this point.
I want to get in, we're getting very close to the primary. I first want to talk about, as an African-American woman in this race, and especially racial and gender equality is a very hot topic nationwide. Is there anything that you hope to bring to the table? You all get, let's say you get elected, you're our new governor and lieutenant governor. Are there things you want to bring to the table to bring gender and racial equality to first Kentucky and then hopefully nationwide?